everybody, and welcome to the Be Elite podcast. My name is Mr. Smith. I am the podcast advisor here. We have a very special episode today. I say that every time, but it's very special today because we have one of our amazing academies here to talk about everything that's awesome with the Flex Academy. So, Flex Academy team, first off, welcome. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Happy to be here. Thank you so much for inviting us.
Oh, absolutely. I want to go ahead and kick it to Gavin, and Gavin's going to go with the first question.
Yep. And welcome everybody that is watching the podcast and seeing my madness just starting. All right. First, what is the Flex Academy to you guys?
Yeah, so again, thank you so much for having us. I am Shirley Alvarez. I'm the assistant director of the Flex Academy. And Flex is a blended learning program designed to provide students with flexible and personalized education. We offer a pre-packaged program containing a set curriculum option, including online curriculum options, fully offline, and a hybrid, a blended model as well. So it's perfect for families who are new to homeschooling. We also provide a lot of support. We add a lot of enrichment. So there's instructional sessions, we have support sessions. This is all virtually over Zoom. And we like to have students meet as a whole group, a small group, one-on-one, whatever learning opportunity we can provide students to make sure their needs are being met.
Perfect.
Okay,
Thank
for
you.
the
Anybody want to
students
add
of
anything else to
Flex
that real
Academy?
quick?
Yeah, I would like to add, Flex Academy is a very good start for people that are new to homeschool and people that want more flexibility in their schedule.
Mhm.
And there's definitely like these, I feel like it is combined with homeschool a little bit to make it definitely make it like better for people that are brand new to this school like me. And we picked it for that exact reason.
Yes. Somebody hire Gavin for the spokesperson of Flex. Hire him
Thank-
right
thank-
now.
Yes. We need to start the campaign. We must.
Yeah, you hit it right on the nail. Like I like to think of Flex as a bridge, right? So families who are new and they kind of find homeschooling intimidating, it's just a way to get their feet wet to be a part of their child's education and take control in that area without being overwhelmed with the choice that comes with homeschooling. So 100%, you hit it on the nail.
Okay, for all the students that are in Flex, what are your favorite parts about being a Flex student?
Go ahead, Gavin.
1 second, sorry. I was doing something. Okay.
And the madness continues.
Yes, it does. All right. All right. My favorite parts about being a Flex student is that I get to basically pick and choose what clubs and what I want to do, whatever I want. And that is the part of being a Flex student because I'm flexible. And like there's a lot of other aspects of it that I also picked of meaning like the clubs, the teachers especially. And I wish I wasn't the only student in here because I know there's a lot of different perspectives on this as well. And it would probably make the podcast even longer too. So yeah, that's one thing I am going to say, that it is like one of my favorite academies in the school, and I'm gonna be sad to leave it in a couple of years.
Honestly, I can go ahead and add to that as a former Flex student, once a Flex student, always a Flex student. And also my siblings, my younger sister and younger brother also are in the Flex Academy. Now, what I like about it is just, well, as the name suggests, how flexible it is. Because especially when I first joined Elite, I was very nervous to start homeschooling. I was like, oh, what is this going to be about? But it was sort of like a hybrid, as Miss Alvarez said, because it kind of mixes both the online and the not in person, but like the paper writing aspect of it. And it just made it really flexible, and it made it very easy for me to get into homeschooling, honestly. So that's what I really like about Flex.
Flex for life. I agree, Xavier.
Yes, Flex for life. And honestly, that leads us to the next question, because now this has me wondering, what can you tell us about these Flex experiences?
Oh yes, Flexperience. We love Flexperience. So, Flexperience is all about taking learning beyond the textbook, right? We want to provide our students with hands-on opportunities to be able to engage in discussions, interact with each other, with their peers. So we do park days where students come together and families. So we're also building community while having fun and learning, where it's project-based, and we provide investigations for our students. We also send home kits for students to interact with the content. So again, it's just a more enriching way for students to engage with their learning. But that's pretty much Flexperience in a nutshell. It's a lot of fun. We really enjoy offering that to our students, and we are looking forward to continuing to build it every single year.
Very well said.
Thank you.
Also, I think to add, Mrs. Alvarez, who actually created the Flex Experience, who won't toot her own horn, so I will. It also allows parents and families to work together. So parents and guardians at home who are the teachers and supporting their kids, they get to step into that student role with them and work together as a family. So that's something that my families have definitely praised Flex Academy for, is they get to be a student again. And you don't get to say that very often.
Yes. And we are so very much family oriented, but on the back end of things, the Flex experience correlates directly to the curriculum that we're teaching as well in the standards. That's pretty cool.
Honestly, the Flex experience sounds very cool. I know I've been to a couple with my siblings, but it just helps them to kind of give them that like in-person school environment. And as you guys said, it also kind of makes the parents feel like a student again. And this kind of makes me think about another question. We have 3 different academies. What makes Flex a good match for students and families?
Yes, that's a wonderful question. And what sets us apart is our focus on structure, routine, and collaboration. So we really cater to students who thrive in structure, right? We like to partner with the parents. We like to tell them, hey, you do some of the teaching, we do some of the teaching, because we're partnering together to provide the most meaningful educational experience and flex for the student. So again, it's just providing a lot of structured support for families. So if I think about why choose flex, if you're new and you need more support, like in terms of pacing guides or having things already laid out for you, so that you can just really focus on being a part of your child's education, then yeah, choose Flex. We have a ton of instructional support sessions, like we have a literacy cohort, so that's focusing on building literacy skills. We have Easy Breezy Math, focusing on math fundamentals, right? We have SEL learning opportunities, so social emotional learning opportunities. We host that once a month for our younger students. And for our middle school students, they are currently going through an SEL curriculum. So again, very important to help to enrich the student on like academically and socially, right, as the whole person. Um, but yeah, so that's what I would say what sets us apart as Flex. We already have this pre-packaged structured program. So families can feel confident in taking the reins over their child's education.
And also to add to that, we always take everyone's thoughts and opinions into consideration. The Flex Academy is flexible. That's what everybody says. If there's something we can do to make it better, we want to hear your voice. We're always moving, improving, adapting to our families, because we wouldn't be there, we wouldn't be here without our families cheering us on and ultimately helping us build a pretty legit academy, if you ask me.
Yes, and I would like to jump onto the next question that we also have. What has been your most memorable experience so far in this school year? And also for people that are watching this video right now, drop it in the comments for the students that are watching. And now teachers, what has been your most memorable moment so far in the school year that you can say in this podcast right now?
I will start. So this is my first year as a teacher in Flex, though I've been with Elite for 3 years. So it's my third year with Elite, but my first year in Flex. And I would like to say that one thing I love about Flex is that we teach our students, the teachers of record, we teach our students in live sessions, but then a lot of the teaching also takes place at home. So it is flexible, and all of our academies are great, but the other academies, I don't think they have as much teacher of record as actually teaching. So I love that part. And my most memorable moment was actually after my live session. So in my live sessions, I allow my students afterwards, if they've been really good and they follow the rules, they get a little social time in breakout rooms. And my job, I hop into the breakout rooms to see what they're up to, but they can play games together and chat together, and just have some time to have that interaction. So one time during the breakout rooms, I got a parent phone call. So I was not doing my normal hopping in to see what my students were doing. For about 10 minutes, I was on the phone. So then I'm like, oh no, I need to go see what they're doing. Like, they could be doing anything in there. I don't know what's going on. So I go into my breakout room, and my little third graders are watching a movie together. And one of them shared a screen. It was like a kid-friendly movie, and they all went and agreed to go get snacks. And they all had snacks, like, and they were just hanging out, talking, watching the movie, commenting on the movie. It was like an animated. And I was just like a sigh of relief, like they just get along and they got to enjoy time together. So that was I was just like, oh, that was so cute. So yeah. But I love being in Flex, and the kids are really nice. Our students are in Flex are really kind to each other. So that's awesome.
And yeah, I don't know if you have this off the top of your head, but even though I'm in 7th grade, what animated movie was it?
I honestly don't know. There was like a bunny.
Okay.
I'm not like I
That's-
watch those movies by myself, but I like stayed for a while and it seemed super kid friendly. So
Yeah, and it's like that's like a really, really good moment of kids all coming together and doing something awesome, like, oh, get the snacks, get that, get this, get this. Like, it's all an organized plan. That's what Flex teaches us. It's not about being rude, being mean. It's about being nice, mindful, and like careful to everybody. Everybody around us in Flex.
Honestly, I'll add on to that because it kind of gives you back that like in-person experience. Because most people think when you're homeschooled, it's like, oh, you don't have any friends, you can't really meet anybody. But there's these third graders in this breakout room. They're like, oh, get the snacks, woo, ready to watch a movie. It's like, wow, they're getting that personal connection on a computer screen. That's thanks to Flex. So honestly, great job, you guys. Great job. That's honestly awesome.
I can jump in. I'll give you my favorite moment so far. I love all of my classes. I mean, obviously, Gavin's in them, so how could you not?
Yep.
But of course, all the sessions, I mean, I look forward to them. They're my highlight of the day, of the week, really, on Wednesdays and Thursdays. If you hear a noise in the background, it's my cat, I promise. But my favorite memory was going to Knott's Berry Farm and seeing all of the middle schoolers that I never saw with their cameras on. And it was kind of like that Spider-Man meme where we stand there and they're pointing at me and I'm pointing at them. And I'm like, I think I should know you. And they're like, oh yeah, it's me, so-and-so. And I'm like, oh, I would love to know what you look like. And then the next class, their cameras are on. So being able to connect with my students that way, especially with 70-ish per grade, so 70 times 3, about 210 middle schoolers, being able to get that one more kid with their camera on made my heart so happy, and that was my favorite moment so far of the year.
And that's amazing, like that, to show that, like, you know what, I can do this, so I'm going to do it anyway. I met her in person, I'm going to turn on my camera in front of everybody. That is the sort of thing that Flex gives off. It's not about being it's not, like, once again, it's not about being like shy, this, that. We work you out from being shy. Like, we call on you and you respond, and then we're like, oh, and then we have other kids that are also putting themselves out there where they take them, you know what? I want to be like him. I want to be like her, like that.
Yeah, and that's a shout out to your wonderful teachers creating that safe place for you guys to feel safe enough to want to unmute and speak up during your live session. So, another shout out to our wonderful Flex team. They are rocking it, and we really do have the best of the best.
And also, one more thing and then I'll let Mrs. Jackson go because it looks like she's ready to say something. Basically, what I'm going to say is our classes are really a judgment-free zone. It's not like you judge somebody for not answering. It's nothing like that. It's you care that they answered whatsoever. Like, oh, I got this wrong. Or, oh, well, listen, you got this wrong, but here's how you do it right. And then here's how you fix it next time. That's basically what our flex teachers do. They make us feel like basically we're home.
I love that. That was very well put. Ms. Graham, your experience at Knott's is similarly to what I experienced at the first Flexperience. I decided to be the sign-in person, and people are coming up to me. I'm giving name tags, and it's like, Mrs. Jackson, Mrs. Jackson. And I'm like, who is this? But I was able to meet like Max, Sanaya, Soraya, like they were just coming up. But it is a different experience when we can't put face to name, but now we are able to. So it's an amazing experience. But that wasn't my most memorable. I just wanted to say that first. I have so many, it's hard. Just like Miss Graham was talking about, it's hard to kind of pinpoint one. I have so many memorable moments. For example, in my 6th grade, it was one of the expectations days, so I had to go over expectations. It took over a lot of the class, and I told them, oh, I'm gonna have to skip the real or fake science. And they all just started yelling, like, no, we're not skipping the real or fake.
Me. I was like, we cannot skip that. That's like the best part of science. We cannot skip real or fake. Like that is like the best part of Mrs. Jackson's class. The real or fake. Right there.
Yeah, they just love debate. And one of my 6th graders at the end of the class, he said, his name was Zion, love him to death. He was like, hey, sign my petition, guys, to make science 3 hours long. And I'm thinking, that's ridiculous, guys. I'm like, guys, but you see people unmuting like, yeah. And I'm like, what? But that is definitely one of them. And another one, of course, with Gavin, with my 7th graders, Miss Graham was out during one of my classes, and I told them, I have to do everything, guys. I have to like do a live school in the background. I have to do everything. And then Gavin, he said, oh, I can just be your TA. Can I come on the podium with you? And I'm thinking, I'm not giving you teacher access. No, I'm not giving you like, no. I said, I'm gonna leave it to the class to vote. I said, you guys vote. I opened a poll. I said, do you guys want Gavin to be the teacher, like to replace Miss Graham? And they voted yes. So I actually had to give him teacher access, and it was definitely a memorable moment. And he did help. He was like monitoring the chat, and I love Flex. They just give such, flexible things, and they were able to help and experience that. So it was pretty fun.
Yeah, and I got up and helped because I want to sit here and moderate the chat and stuff, and something bad happens, I close it off. Like, then I have that power. And everybody in like it was like 90% of our class was like, you know what, we'll make him instructor because like he's cool. And I was like, yeah, let's go. So yeah.
Okay, for all the Flex students, Gavin, Elisa, and Xavier, I know Elisa's not here, but you two, what teachers would you shout out as your favorite so far?
I could go ahead and go first. Xavier's holding his breath because I see. But my favorite Flex teachers, I don't have a favorite. I love every single one of them. And I'm going to give them all shout outs right now. All right, Mrs. Graham, Mrs. Jackson, one of my favorite history and science teachers of all time. And Mrs. Rodriguez and Hernandez, my math teachers, because they're awesome. And the reason I say math teachers is because Mrs. Hernandez had to put up with all of us this week because Mrs. Rodriguez was out. So thank you, Mrs. Hernandez, for putting up with me. And shout out to Mrs. Rodriguez for being like one of the most fun teachers out there as well for math. And like they're all good with their own subject, and can't forget Mrs. F. She's the best ELA teacher I've ever had. Basically, every single and Mrs. Radford too. She's also a really good teacher. So everybody at Flex, I just want to say, like, you all are doing great at your job, and everybody loves your classes.
Good answer. Good answer.
Oh, and I cannot forget our directors as well. We love
Thank
our
you.
directors.
Good answer. I like it.
Honestly, I gotta think about this because I was like in 7th grade, maybe 8th grade when I was in Flex. Like I'd be like, oh, what were my teachers' names again? But no, all the teachers in Flex were super nice. They were super helpful. They helped me like stay on track and make sure that homeschooling was like a breeze for me, especially coming out of like regular school, going into homeschool. They made that transition really easy. But honestly, I just like to shout out all the Flex teachers. I mean, you're all great. There's not really one favorite. Like especially it's just so great, honestly. I mean, I remember like Miss Radford, Miss Salowenko. I remember all of them. They're all like such great teachers, and I just applaud you guys. Like, awesome job.
And quite frankly, also club teachers. We all, regardless of what academy, they're all like, I think you guys are overseers of all academies, right? Mr. Smith, like any academy can join any club?
academy can join. Yeah.
Okay. So basically, any academy can join these clubs, including Podcast Club, my favorite club. And we also have esports. Actually, you know what? All of them are my favorite because I do not want to anger people. And but one of them, like, this is like one of my first favorites, and esports is my second. And all the other ones are I'm in perfect. They're all perfect in their own way. And like, give a massive shout out to them as well. Like, you guys are doing a great job at what you do.
Yeah, and that's a really good point to bring up because our wonderful teachers know how to connect you, their student, to these wonderful enrichment opportunities like clubs, or even encouraging you guys to join the Flex experience. Like we just had a collaboration with the CTE department in HOSA where we were talking about the digestive system. We were looking at poop, yeah, what we're eating. We had a fitness test. Shout out to Coach Shaw, shout out to Lupe and Amrit. Again, it was a great experience that we provided for students because we're always thinking of you and how to enrich your learning experience in our academy.
And sorry, I don't want to keep dragging this on any longer, but this is the last thing I am going to say. Shout out to all the Flex TORs that put up with all of their students. Like, definitely, like, shout out to all you guys. That's awesome. And especially my TOR, Mrs. Fleming. Shout out to you.
Love that. Someone hire this guy, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. His
Mr. Smith,
madness
this is a calling.
contagious.
This is a calling. I'm gonna hire you for the debate club, and then I'm going to I'm gonna take your job at podcast.
You're gonna get a big fat no for that on debate. Yeah. But no, I just want to echo again. Thank you for everything Flex Academy does, and thank you for helping people learn about it today. Because sometimes you hear Flex and you're not quite sure, and I think you did a really good job today of explaining what Flex Academy is and what makes it special, because it's a fantastic academy here at Elite Academic Academy. If you have any questions about the Flex Academy, you can hit up the website, eliteacademic.com. Go up to Academies in the left-hand corner. You'll see the Flex Academy tab. Click on that. You'll see some videos that show the Flex experience. You'll be able to contact Ms. Waith and Ms. Alvarez right there off of the website. But again, thank you so much for your time. I know everybody is super busy, so thank you.
And
if you are watching or listening to this, whichever it may be, please make sure you subscribe to Elite Academic Academy. And if you're like, hey, I know somebody that'd like to hear this or see this, then by all means, share it, please. All right. That's all I have. Thank you so much, everybody. And
I also have one more, Mr. Smith.
Oh, no. Go ahead.
Over and out, everybody that is listening or watching this podcast on YouTube. Please watch our next one and our Monday Minute. Thank you, and have a good one, everybody.
There we go. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
You.
The Elite.